Hello and good evening, my spooky and ASMR fans. If you are new here, welcome. I create ASMR content and I've just started branching out and making soft-spoken and whispering supernatural and paranormal content as well. If you haven't already seen my true paranormal story, then I'll link it below. And for tonight's video, I thought I would read and talk about the legend of the Black-Eyed Children. I'll be reading an article here from the Business Standard. It explains it a lot better than I could exactly who and what the Black-Eyed Children are. So if you haven't heard about the Black-Eyed Children, then please stay and we'll read through it together. You see, a lot of stories have been circulating, especially with the internet these days. A lot of stories have been circulating about experiences with the Black-Eyed Children. Okay. They might knock on your door on a late wintry night. You may see them approaching your car while you're at a signal or a gas station. It might seem like they need help, or they might just stand still for no reason. These children do not look threatening. They would want to get in your house or your car. They will be persistent. Suddenly you will notice something is not right about these children. Their eyes pure black. Their eyes pure black from lid to lid, dead black orbs devoid of an iris will chill up your spine. You have finally come across the Black-Eyed Children. Black-Eyed Children, or Black-Eyed Kids, is an urban legend of paranormal creatures that resemble children between the ages of 6 and 16. These creatures with pale skin and black eyes have reportedly been seen hitchhiking, panhandling, or at the doorsteps of residential homes. A dozen of stories keep circulating, all following a very similar pattern. Kids with eyes completely blacked out appear at people's homes or vehicle, knock on the door and then insist upon getting inside. Anyone who encountered them has almost immediately felt an overwhelming sense of dread. I have read a lot of stories on the internet about people feeling this overwhelming feeling of dread. You know, like something's telling you, your gut instinct, that something is very wrong. Besides blacked out eyes, these children typically appear normal. Sometimes their attire seems a bit outdated. In extremely unusual instances, people have spotted encountering creatures with talon-like feet. I haven't heard of that one. No one knows where or how these creatures popped up. Conspiracy theories believe that Black-Eyed Children are aliens trying to reach out to their Earth. Demonologists believe they are children of the devil himself, and if you let them in, you are allowing the devil to enter your life. They want to enter your home to call their parents. However, upon making eye contact, it seems like there is much more sinister plot to their story. Some people claim that these children have existed since the 1980s. However, most sources say that the legend originated in 1996 in posts written by a Texas reporter named Brian Bethel, where he wrote about 2 alleged encounters with the Black-Eyed Children. He said that he encountered 2 children in Texas with pale skin and black eyes. In 2012, Bethel retold a story on the TV show Monsters and Mysteries in America. One of the stories goes like this. In the snowy town within the middle of nowhere in Vermont, an elderly couple heard the sound of 3 loud knocks on their door. Sorry about the wind, adding to the spookiness. They opened the door and saw 2 children, a boy and a girl. "Parents will be here soon. May we come in?" The children did not make eye contact and just stood there in the doorway. The elderly couple were hesitant, but after a while, they let the boy and girl inside. The kids settled on the couch while the wife made some hot cocoa and the husband asked them questions that went unanswered. The wife returned and noticed that her cat was scared and angry with the children. "May we please use the restroom?" The wife looked at the kids and she finally saw them. The children's eyes were as black as a starless universe. She directed them to the bathroom and returned to her husband, who was covering his face with his hand. "Did you see their eyes?" The husband then showed her his hand full of blood from a nosebleed. The power suddenly went out and the house turned as dark as the kids' eyes. The wife headed to the restroom and was confronted by the voice of the kids at the end of the hall, uttering, "Our parents are here." The kids then exited the house, leaving the door wide open. The wife then noticed that there were 2 men at the end of the driveway. The men were very tall and slender. The wife waved, but did not receive the same friendly gesture. The 2 men and children then drove away in one car. The power then came back on, and a little later after the kids left. Throughout the next week, weird things happened in the house. 3 out of 4 cats went missing, and the 4th had been found dead in the pool of its own blood. The husband continued to have nosebleeds and finally went to the doctor, where he was diagnosed with very aggressive skin cancer. Bloody hell. This legend even crossed bodies of water and landed in the great land of the UK, where in 2014 the Daily Star wrote 3 front-page stories about sightings of the black-eyed children in the haunted pub in Staffordshire. I'm from Staffordshire. Ghost hunters who believed that the black-eyed children were extraterrestrials, vampires or ghosts, took these alleged sightings very seriously. Nowadays, people still claim to see the black-eyed children when driving late at night down an empty road, or outside of their window late at night, or even lurking in the shadows of their room. Many people have reported seeing the black-eyed children standing in the corner of their room during their episodes of sleep paralysis, or even waking up in the middle of the night because they sensed someone was watching them, and in the shadows were these children. Oh no. Okay, so that's the story of the black-eyed children. And this woman, I have a story myself about the black-eyed children from a story I heard. It was regarding a woman in America, I believe, and it was Halloween. And it was about 11 p.m. at night, and they'd received a couple of trick-or-treaters, you know. And anyway, her husband decided that he was going to have a shower and go to bed. He was feeling a bit tired, and so the wife stayed downstairs and just watching a bit of TV. And obviously she had a dog, and he was by her feet. Normally a very calm and chilled out dog, she said. And it was about 11 o'clock, and she heard a knock on the door. 1, 2, 3. And she thought to herself instantly, it's a bit late for trick-or-treaters. But then she thought that it might be one of her neighbour's children, because they'd been trick-or-treating around the neighbourhood, and she thought they might have knocked on just so they could show her their outfit before they went home. And so she went to the door, but as she went to the door, she looked to see if her dog was there, because whenever there was a knock on the door of visitors, a dog used to get very excited and run to the door before she did. But he wasn't there, and he wasn't by the settee on the floor where he was staying. He was actually by the back door whimpering, which she thought was very, very strange. And she opened the door a crack, and there was 2 girls there, and she estimated them about 12 and 6, something like that. Dirty blonde hair, both of them. One was bigger than the other. The porch light was above, so she could see the hair, but the face was dark. And she said, "It's a bit late for trick or treating, isn't it?" Also noticing that they weren't in costumes. And he said, "Please can we come in to call our parents? We're lost, we're very cold, and our parents will be worried." And she said straight away, instantly, something did not feel right in the pit of his stomach at all. She was a mother herself, and in any other circumstance, she said she would have let them in, let them warm up, give them some hot chocolate, and called the parents. But something told her not to on this occasion. And she said, "Do you not have a mobile phone?" Because obviously at this time, most kids and teenagers do have a mobile phone. And they said, "No, we don't." And then the little girl started to cry, saying, "I just want my mummy and daddy." And it was almost put on tears, that she said, as if trying to gain her pity. Anyway, she kept the door slightly closed, and she said, "Why don't you give me their number, and I will ring them from my landline and tell them that you're waiting here." And then the bigger sister said, "My sister's very scared, we need to come in." And she started feeling really uneasy at this time, and she said, "Listen," she says, "I am not letting you into my home. Give me your parents' number and I will call them to let them know that you are here." And they sort of stepped away, and when they stepped away, the light then hit the face, and she saw that the eyes were pitch black, just like it said in that article, pitch black through. So she shut the door straight away and put the lock on, and she said, "Listen, just leave my property or I'm going to call the police." And she went and sat back down on the settee. This point, the dog now was sort of edging towards her and sort of growling at the door, and she was expecting a knock again. Now her front door had panes of glass in, so she could see the outlines of the girls, and she knew they could see her. And then she saw them obviously go away, and she went to the glass looking to see if she could see them in the street, and she just saw them standing across the road by the lamppost, the street light, just staring at a house. She went upstairs and to grab her husband basically out the shower. She told him what happened. They came back down. He opened the front door and they were gone. And that's just one of the stories of the black-eyed children. If you search the internet and forums and stuff like that, you will see a lot of stories of the black-eyed children. A lot. And they're circulating more and more. I don't know if I believe them or not. I'm not too sure. I just think it's very interesting. I'm not exactly sure if, like, people are saying they could be aliens, some people paranormal. I say I don't really know. I just think it's very, very interesting. So if you like these type of videos and me doing short paranormal stories, or a little bit on the spooky side in between my normal ASMR, then please give me a thumbs up or a comment saying yes. Just let me know. And yeah, I will see you all soon, and hope you have a nice evening. Bye.